So for today's abdominal workout, we're gonna keep it simple, choose some exercises where we can keep our lower back firmly planted on the ground, and we'll use some modifiers if we need some. You will feel free to add some resistance to your workout. Like I said, we're gonna keep this thing simple. So for our first exercise, what we wanna do is lay it right on your back here. You wanna work on some core stability. So what we wanna do is elevate your feet 90-degree angle. That way we're working on playing with keeping your lower back here. So all I'm gonna simply do is bring my hands behind my head. I wanna contract the abs right here. I wanna squeeze there. So I wanna keep my gaze upward. So I just wanna hold that position right there, like so. I'm keeping my toes flexed up, pulling my knees in about hip width apart. Like I said, you want that 90-degree angle right there. Lower back's pressed on the floor. I got my shoulder blades off the ground, hands behind the head so I can support my neck, and I'm keeping my gaze upward. So what I'm doing here is just gonna hold this for about 30 seconds to a minute and just really feel that engagement in the abs, keep that contraction going, and I wanna breathe normally. Now again, if this one is relatively difficult for you, you can put a pillow or put your legs on a sofa or a bench if you're in the gym, or you can just bring your feet down and then shift the pelvis forward a little bit so that your lower back's still pressed on here, and I'm holding in this position as well. There we go. So for your second one, we want to kind of flow right into the next thing. So what we're going to do is a kind of a staggered stance sit up. So from here, I'll get my feet down on the ground. I want to plant this leg straight down so that I'm still kind of working on keeping my back as straight as I can. So this is my right leg going straight out. So I want to take my right arm and I want to reach that up just like I was doing before, straight up toward the ceiling. And now I have my other hand, my left, supporting that. And from here, I want to lift and come down. Lift and come down and twist. So with this particular movement right here, I want to keep that contraction in my abs so I'm not swinging. Let me show you from here. I'm not swinging my arm back, getting momentum, because that creates that curvature in my spine. So I want to stay here. Now, I moved a little bit to the side so you can see my foot. So depending on where I have this foot placed is dependent on the level of difficulty. So if I slide my foot down a little bit, I'm able to get up just a little bit more. And if I need a little bit more of a challenge, I can pull the foot back just a little bit more. Again, keep it here. And it's a little bit more difficult for me to lift that up right there. So again, you can use a resistance, you can use some dumbbells or any form of resistance for your hand. If you want an extra challenge, or you can make the adjustments with your foot there. And we'll do again, you want to do about 12 to 15 repetitions of each side. So for our third exercise, want to focus on just core stability once again. That's very important to me. So I just want to make sure you can maintain a stable base. And then from when you build that strength, then you can add more difficult variations of our abdominal exercises. So what we're simply going to do is just kind of sit tall from there. You want to sit kind of in an L position here. And again, you want to keep your chest up, your shoulders back. And right from here, we're going to hold just like we did our first exercise. This is stability hold. So just want to hold that position right here. You can use your hands to kind of help gauge it. You can slide your hands forward or back so that it keeps your posture up just a little bit more. If you need an extra challenge, you can raise your hands over your head, or you can just simply tilt back just a little bit. Again, I want to keep my gaze upward so that my shoulders are back like so. Again, I can use my hands to kind of modify, hold that position there, or I can get my hands over my head, or I can just lean back just a little bit more slightly. But again, the important part is that you keep your posture upright, shoulders back, and you're holding that for about 30 seconds to a minute. Again, you want to work on quality over quantity. So if it's 30 good seconds, you have many variables to gauge on. So 30 good seconds, you want to continue to do that until you can do a full minute before you add any variations to it. And there you have it. That is our first installment of our Apo Abs program. Again, I just want to set some foundational things in place for you. Keep the workout simple.
you can work on sets and reps. You can do time sets and just work on increasing your rep count as you go up. So just keep it to simple 2-3 abdominal exercises you can add to the rest of your program there. So look out for it. It's coming at you.